Mustang Club of South Africa 57th anniversary celebrations.
Alright, so we're standing here with Ulf today and his Shelby Mustang Fastback. Could you give us a bit of history about the car? Where did it come from? Who was the previous owner?
I think it's a Texas car. It was used to own by a guy from the American Air Force. He's the first owner. And there's a little bit of history in between where it got lost. And in 2010, the car was imported to South Africa. During a weak moment, I got some pictures. 11 o'clock, he said, if you come to my shop now and want to buy it, it's yours.
Okay.
And at 12 o'clock, the car was mine. For the color, you always think it could be the love child between Elvis and Steve McQueen, because both would be okay to drive it.
Of course, of course.
A lot of people think that Lee Iacocca actually designed the Mustang, but he was way too senior in the Ford corporate hierarchy to have done that. But he's certainly credited with the concept of the car. He wanted a two-door, four-seat, sporty car. And he begged them and said, please, can you prepare production for 200,000 cars? And they thought he was crazy, but they indulged him. Then he snuck across to California, and he went to San Jose, California, where the Ford had another production plant. And he managed to sweet talk them into ramping up for 160,000 cars. And then he still went out to Metuchen in New Jersey on the East Coast, and he got them to work on another 100,000 cars for him. Well, just as well he did, because it's no good having a winning product, but you can't supply it. When he asked them to say what he thought the car would sell for, they overestimated the price by over $1,000. When they were told the actual price of a base model Mustang, they suddenly got a lot more interested in the car and started making comments like, yeah, I guess there's enough space for the kids in the back as well. You know, they could squeeze in there. They had a blockbuster advertising program. Every single TV channel in America screened a Mustang advert at exactly the same time. So if you were watching CBS and a Mustang ad came on, if you flipped the channel to NBC, you were watching another Mustang ad. By the time the car was launched on the 17th of April 1964, just about everybody in America had heard the word Mustang. They sold 40,000 cars in one day. People slept in the cars that they bought so that their checks would clear and the car wouldn't be sold out under them. In 1 year, they sold 600,000 Mustangs. It's the fastest selling car in history. But the Mustang is the stayer. It's the staying power, and it's the car that we can actually still go down to the showroom and buy today.
Alright, so we're here today at the 57th Mustang anniversary at Stellenbosch Lion Club. Standing here with Lindsay Curran and his 1968 Ford Mustang.
So the car arrived in South Africa from San Francisco back in 2000. It's an original car. Mustang came to South Africa in 1965, and there are approximately 250 classic Mustangs in South Africa that are daily runners. There isn't another brand on the market in the motoring industry that was produced 57 years ago and continued to be produced every year after that.